Hey guys, I want to talk to you about this challenge a little bit. First of all, I want to congratulate you guys for still being in this challenge. That is huge. It takes work, it takes commitment, and that first month, at least for me, isn't always the easiest. You may be reaching out to people and not getting much back. Just know that you're planting those seeds. Like Serena said in her video, keep your blinders on. Try not to look at, what other people are doing and the results that it seems like maybe you're not getting. Because I know for me, this is my third 90-day challenge, I believe. And my first one, I was only kind of half-heartedly into it, to be honest with you. My second one, I went all in, okay? And I made all of those contacts every single day. And that first 30 days, I watched my teammates getting new customers and welcoming their new team members onto the page. And honestly, I didn't get anything that month. It was just like crickets. And I was doing the work. Well, what I noticed during that second 90 days was people were kind of starting to come out of the woodworks, kind of starting to respond. I even got some, "Oh yeah, I got your message like a couple of weeks ago and I forgot to respond to you," type of thing. I found that I needed to do the follow-up. I sat down one Sunday night and I wrote down names of people that were kind of like on the fence, like just getting ready to jump off, but they were slipping through the cracks because it wasn't very organized, at least not as organized as they should have been in that area. So I wrote down these names and I was like, wow, I've got like 9 names. Well, then I woke up the next morning and I had a message from somebody else, and that was number 10 right there. So I decided that week was going to be some like massive intentional follow-up. I was going to do this, okay? And so I started following up with those people. I can't remember how many I signed that particular week, but I will tell you, in a 6-week period, over the next 6 weeks, I signed 15 ambassadors. Did I ever think that I would be able to do something like that in that amount of time? No, I didn't. There are a few reasons why that was happening. One was I was making the contacts. 2 is I was following up with the contacts. 3 is I was talking to myself. So Dusty, way back when in that first challenge, told us about these daily affirmations, right? I thought she was crazy. I don't talk to myself. So I didn't do it. Well, the second one, I decided, okay, I need to get over like this hump in my business. I felt like I was climbing a mountain. So I'm going to start saying these affirmations. So I did. And I started believing them. It was kind of crazy. I no longer felt crazy and no longer thought that she was crazy. So if you're not doing your affirmations, you definitely need to be doing that. And then the other thing I was doing was setting my goals and breaking them down by the week. So I didn't get to the end of the month and find that I hadn't done anything. And then I was also setting a crazy goal, something just a little bit out of my reach. At first, for me, that started with saying I was going to sign 3 ambassadors in a week, because normally that was my goal for a month, right? Then I had a week where I think I signed 3 ambassadors and I got a preferred customer. And that just built the belief in me a little bit more, the belief that I had in myself that I can do this. So guys, at the end of that 90-day challenge, that last 30 days, I had my goals set up to where I was going to add enough ambassadors between me and my team's help, obviously, in March to hit Senior Ruby in April when they would all qualify, right? So the last week of March, I looked at my tracking sheet because I track everything, and I had enough. Like, it was no doubt, no question, it was going to happen in April. So I decided I'm going to set a really crazy, crazy, crazy goal, okay? And I decided I was going to go for Senior Ruby in March instead of April. And let me tell you, it seemed impossible from what I needed. So I sent Jeannie a message and I told her, this is my crazy goal. And she said, you can do that. And she said, what I want you to do is I want you to write out your affirmation, change it, Senior Ruby March 2016 instead of April. And I want you to say that 10 times a day. So I did. I wrote that out. I said it 10 times a day. I had reminders in my phone going off for me to do my affirmations throughout the day. And I've even done like the voice recording so I can listen to myself say them. So I started doing that. And what happened? About 3 days into it, I was believing it. Like, I had no doubt that it was going to happen. I had gotten several on my team that were close to ranking up. I got them on a message thread, and we just pushed each other up, and they did the same exact thing that Jeannie told me to do. I sent Dusty and Jeannie a text message, and I said, just so you know, this is happening this month. And it was funny. I got the same response back from both of them. They both said, well, yeah, we knew that. And I was like, well, I didn't, but I do now. And that's because I was saying those affirmations. So make sure that you're not missing out on that part. So what did I do? I hit Senior Ruby in March, and my team, we added, I think it was like 205 or 210 points that month over what we had the month before. It was a crazy amount, but that just showed us that we could do it. You're capable of so much more than you think that you are. Okay, so I can talk about that all day long, but I had a couple other things that I wanted to share with you guys that I'm doing that might help you. Is I pre-make my list for the month. My names to contact are on that list every day. I'll have like, say, 5 names if that's what I've committed to. And they're on there. I don't let myself take them off. They are brand new contacts. They are not follow-ups. I've got something else for that. And the first time I did that, I printed that sheet out and went, why did I put those names on there? I mean, literally, they scared the bejeebies out of me. But I did it. I made those contacts. And really, really, really important to make sure that those are new contacts. We need to be following up too, but we need to be making those new contacts too. So, sorry, that was something new that I did, was making sure that they were brand new people that I had not talked to. And I signed up a few of my chicken list people from doing that. Another thing that I do with that, I don't look at the next day. So today's Friday. I usually do mine mostly Monday through Friday. And so I'm not going to go look at Mondays until Mondays. I'm not going to look at Tuesdays until Tuesdays. Because if I do, I'm going to look at those names and I'm going to stress out over that. Stress out over what I'm going to say to them. Stress out over what their reaction is. If I just get up that morning and I do it, I have a message that I send out to most people so I can copy and paste and kind of edit it to whatever, you know, if we've got a relationship or whatever, put some personal stuff in there. And it's really easy to do, and people tend to respond to it. I've gotten a better response out of that lately. Let me see here. Adding new friends to Facebook. That's something I've been doing it a couple times a week, but I decided this morning I'm going to make this a daily thing. I'm going to add this to my tracking sheet so I can write those names in and commit to a certain amount of people each day. And then building relationships with them. That I love that Dusty has incorporated this into this 90-day challenge. I've been doing that now, as I wasn't doing that before, and I've got some of these cold contact people messaging me Merry Christmas, like private messaging me. It's kind of cool. So then, you know, it's going to be a little bit more comfortable to reach out to them on this. And then just know that this time of year, it's getting crazy. The last couple days for me, I've had people contacting me about Plexus. So we got over the hard, you know, the Christmas time when people aren't wanting to spend the money. Now they're wanting to get started on those New Year's resolutions. So if you have not been around in Plexus long, let me tell you, January, February, March, April, even May, they are crazy, crazy months. So you want to make the most out of it. Do all you can. All right, you guys got this, and I am so proud of you for doing this, and I love doing it with you. Good luck, and I can't wait to see where you are at the end of these 90 days.